Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays IXION. We're very close to jumping out of the solar system here. The Seagull is finishing up dismantling the last of the Hephaestus equipment. Our ship is absolutely jam-packed with as many resources as we possibly could fit in here. We're still processing stuff at the bare limits of what we can do. So we've filled our polymers. We've almost filled out our iron. Well, our iron is maxed out. We're stuffing cryopods and materials into our docking bays. We're ready to go as we possibly will be. So we've got salvaged a number of useful resources. These are now ready for extraction. We will do so now, getting the last of this stuff off of this planet. So we will go food, polymer, electronics for sure. And I want to make sure the electronics get off the planet. So we'll do it like that. Maybe I'll do like this. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what's the easiest way to get all this stuff off the planet. Problem is, I think these guys might actually be maxed out. Oh, we got the food. The food is actually the is the perfect one to bring back, and we got the electronics. Perfect. I think that might be everything we need. Yes. All right, we've got it all. Can we bring the fleet back? I think if we unassign everything, we will bring all the ships back onto the boat, and we will disable. Connect. Didn't we already do? Oh, do the via the construction panel. Duh. So we gotta assemble the new engine here, which is there. 2 electronics, 30 polymers. Fantastic. Fire that bad boy up. Just got to transfer all the materials over there. We can go ahead and speed things up a little bit. And the reason they give you the 2 electronics at Jupiter is because if you screwed everything up, or not necessarily screwed it up, but you know, dumped your electronics into something else, you need at least 2 electronics to connect the new engine. So it's just kind of funny to imagine that you like built so much stuff that you actually ran out of materials to use to progress in the game. So they were like, you know what, we'll give you 2 electronics. If you choose to then use those 2 electronics elsewhere, then you're crazy. But you can only do so much. Connecting the engine. It is done.
A new request awaits your attention.
We have a new request. Nihei protocols are online. Stanford checks have passed. The IXION engine is fully integrated with Tiqqun systems, and we are ready for ignition. Vol jump coordinates can only be generated by computational machinery utilizing Frau's tachyons, a particle found in self-similar space. These calculations are one of the most valuable and best-kept secrets of DOLOS. Administrator, we have the jump coordinates to reach the last known location of the Protagoras. Let's check with Eden.
We are ready to follow the traces of the Protagoras through self-similar space using the frequencies recovered from Outer Hope's black box.
Perfect.
Vol systems have been adapted for the new IXION-class engine. The Tiqqun is now fully equipped to pursue our main objective: ensure humanity's survival by finding the habitable exoplanet named Remus.
Perfect. Thank you, Eden. Fire up the engine. It will take half a cycle. We have plenty of charging capability.
In accordance with Frau Stanford procedures, all ships must return to the Tiqqun before Vol jump initiation.
I think all of our ships are back. So we just have to charge the engine now. Currently charging. Let's go ahead and speed up time. Yeah, we're just like out of ability to process anything. So now's the time to jump, and probably one of the first things we'll do is bust open, you know, this left sector here, sector 6, and get our food district started, or a new food district started, I should say. Full charging, ready, commence jump. The new engine. It's pretty sick. Once again, the soundtrack of this game is awesome. It conveys a lot just in music. It's kind of like hopeful, but also a little foreboding. Shoop. Blam.
Full jump complete.
Thank you, Eden.
Running preliminary diagnostics. Severe hull damage has been detected following self.
Our ship's falling apart.
Hypothesis. Each vol jump causes irreversible damage to the Tiqqun structure. Predictive modeling suggests that 4 more vol jumps are possible before the Tiqqun breaks apart.
Let's not F it up before then.
Established. The Protagoras possesses coordinates of the habitable exoplanet Remus. We must find the Protagoras in order to reach our destination.
Aye, aye. Close transmission. All right, so we have a new mission. We've also, every jump knocks down your hull by 100. So now our max hull is only 800 instead of 900, and it also makes the hull depletion worse. So right now we're running at exactly balanced, which is not what you want. So we will turn this guy off, let the hull degrade a bit, and then turn it back on. Space weather! In the planetary systems you travel to, large-scale weather events can occur. Navigating through them can prove challenging, and they may have an impact on the Tiqqun and its fleet. Weather events are presented as wide-marked areas displayed on your planetary system map. The Tiqqun and its fleet will not be affected as long as they stay out of these zones. Damage, when inside these areas, be aware that whilst the Tiqqun will be able to sustain some damage, your fleet may not be so lucky. And then avoidance, we can tell people to avoid an object. We were doing that last episode when I was telling them not to go collect certain things. So we can see there's 2 weather events here. We've got like a coronal ejection coming out of the sun here, the sun Immortan, and then we have this like solar storm kind of on the edge of the map there. So it would like us to test 30 colonists with colonization protocols. We will get to that eventually. But for now, let's get our science ships back out there. We need the eyes in the system, as it were. We'll assign our unassigned ships, and then we'll get our abdominals back out there just in the off chance that we need it. However, first things first, we would like to bust open Sector 6 here. It's restricted under test protocols. To force entry, electronics and polymers must be spent to manually override the gateway's lock algorithms. Additionally, basic functioning of the sector necessitates the transfer of food, alloys, and workers. Do it. In we go. Moving our workers over to the new sector along with the alloys. And then we should get one of our space science ships. Are they rebuilding our science ship? What is happening here? Oh, it looks like they dismantled our science ship. That's fine. We'll just put it back together. Oh, we have something to say. Administrator, the Tiqqun has left the solar system. The crew is convinced they will never again see the stars that saw them born. This necessary step will unfortunately accentuate dead Earth sickness. Obviously, we have a -1 to stability now. We're still at a positive trust, so we're still sitting at 100%. So we don't have to really worry about that too much. How are we doing on workers? Plenty of workers, so we should probably get our probe launcher back up and running and immediately start looking for useful materials to be mining. Specifically iron, because you always need more. We will always need more iron to be making alloys out of. Maybe that's why we ended up with so much polymer, is we dismantled all of our science ships. I guess I shouldn't have dismantled all of our ships. I just thought when you unassigned them, instead of dismantling them... Oh, I've actually built new ships. That is not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Don't stop what you're doing. Stop it. Stop it right now. Don't build a science ship. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, I see. I wasn't...
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
I wasn't wrong about what I had originally assumed. I was wrong about what I was currently doing.
Science ship has arrived at...
Oh, we got new people in here. Fantastic. Now, what this does, it does increase our hull depletion. So you have to be a little careful about that. But I think we'll be doing just fine shortly. The other thing that we could do is, so there's different sectors that you can get from a efficiency standpoint. Right now, I keep trying to say specter. Sector 1 does not have a specialization. One specialization that is very useful is, it's called the space specialization, and it improves your hull repair efficiency pretty dramatically. And that one is always worth like considering going after, because you basically we'd move our probe launcher and our EVA airlock over to this district, and then just like move, you know, one of the space docks, build another EVA airlock, and then I can't remember exactly how many you need in the district to make it function that way, but it's like 4. It's either 5 or 4. I mean, it can't be 4 because we have 4 of those specialized buildings in here. So I think it's 5, but we'd be pretty close to it. And then I think you probably end up building 3 EVA airlocks, maybe 2 loading bays. I don't know. I'm tempted to go after that because it makes the hull repair that much better. But we do need to set up the basic facilities in this district first, so let's get those started. And we'll want to clear the different materials first. We'll start there. Then we'll maybe build a straight shot down Main Street like that. Cool. All right, we'll get started there. We'll build a... We'll build the stockpile. We'll build the maintenance, the workshop. And then we need to get housing for these people at some point. It's guy's got to put the road down first.
A probe has completed its scan.
Okay, we can start pulling in the alloys. Probe has completed its first scan. We don't have a second probe ready just yet. However, lots and lots of iron and carbon to be pulling in. So we're going to immediately shift this guy's focus to iron, secondarily to carbon, and then ice is actually going to become fairly important as we get the food sectors set up. You know what? I think what we'll do is this is going to be our space sector, but what it's going to enable us to do is this will also be kind of secondarily as a food sector until we can get the actual food sector set up. Just because it's got extra space, so we'll be able to put food buildings in here. It just won't have the efficiency boost. Now, we do want to put down the food. Just here is fine for now. We can always move it later. What do you mean there's no... Oh, it's because the stockpile is facing the other direction. Make sure you gather all of the alloys if you can. And how many people are homeless right now? 40. So we could just build one optimized quarter. And that'll be pretty good. Trying to think of, like, we want to keep our buildings away from the edge because that's where our space buildings are gonna exist. I'm trying to think. So we need it to be pretty far out. I guess just put this building here. So this is the road. That is how far out we can possibly build. So we're actually gonna have to move this guy. I should have placed it better originally.
Caution. Hull integrity below 50%.
I'm well aware. Don't you worry. We might let it crank down all the way to like 25% before we... It's at 91%. Maybe we'll let it crank down to 100% efficiency first. How's food going? Doing okay. Probe is ready. We launch probe, and we're gonna immediately go for this next science location. Yeah, this one's closer. And it'll get our second science ship out there faster. Why did I lose track of it? There it is. Hit it up. The full cult, you should be doing a mission here. Sensors have picked up some unusual readings on the surface of Falcon 74. Sending a team to investigate may allow us to learn more about the mysteries of the universe. Transmission from the Foucault's team. This is the Foucault's crew. We've landed on Falcon 74. Gravity is approximately 4.57 meters per second squared. The atmosphere is corrosive. Without shelter, we estimate our survival time to be 2 hours and 27 minutes. At the site of the unusual readings, we found a huge geyser emitting gas that quickly solidifies into cubic particles upon exposure to the planet's atmosphere. So we're going to use some of our alloys. We have 197. And establish infrastructure to support exploration and geological analysis. And we will have any of our ships, because none of them are doing anything right now. And we're actually fairly close, so this should go pretty quick for setting up the base there. The new sector has successfully been unlocked. This is a historic moment for DOLOS, AEC, and the Tiqqun mission. Trust bonus? Heck yeah! We're so good at the game? Get access to these other stockpiles here. And then what we'll do is delete this road. It's even incorrectly built. I'm an idiot. And then we will build this guy. Like that. What that will allow us to do is to delete this guy. and then we'll start construction on the next EVA airlock. We don't want to delete that. We want to delete that section. All right, second district. This is gonna be, there's gonna be a lot of juggling happening here, but it's fine. 4 cycles. We're still waiting on alloys to be delivered, I assume. Probe has completed its scan. We should send out our other science ship, the Seagull, to Dog 0202. Good luck. Alright, we built the second workshop, so let's dismantle. Wow, they immediately erased that one. That was fun. And then go ahead and delete this guy. And now what we will do is start expanding our space operations. So you go here, but don't turn on just yet. And then we will build this guy all the way across the entire district. And what this will allow us to do, so if we plan this out appropriately, we can put 2 EVA airlocks next to each other. We can do another space dock, and then we can do a probe guy, and that will be 4 out of the 5 things. And then we can flip this around and we'll put another EVA airlock on the other side. So how do we want to establish... How do we want to establish housing in this district, though, is the question. So if we build an EVA airlock, this is fine, but we do need a road to connect to it. So if we build a house here, we just need to build a road that way to make sure it doesn't get blocked off. And then we'll have to move this guy. We do want to set... So this is what I talked about at the very beginning of the series. Is you do want to start setting up transfer of resources now that we have a second sector open. So what we need to do... I like to run at advanced settings. You can try to run it in this one, but I feel like it's too simple. So I like to run advanced settings on this. So what I do is I look at the food in sector 6, and we always want to, so we want to look at sector 1, set to export resource. So you can also set and deactivate and reactivate different resources as well, but food is what we're going to be looking at. So sector 1 is exporting food. Sector 6 will never export food, at least not the way we've set it up right now. Maybe when we build more food buildings in the future, we'll reverse this, but we'll start at sending to sector 6. We can also set the desired amount in the sector here. We don't want it to be 55. I think we should set it to just like 30. So now this is showing us where the movement lies. So sector 1, we can set it at 0, which means it'll always be exporting no matter what. I think we should always have a minimum amount here at 50. But anything above that, we are more than willing to export to Sector 6. And so now this should feed these people while we still have spare food. We're still running a food deficit. Actually, it's pretty significant now. But we should be able to start expanding our food soon.
At its destination.
Thank you for arriving at Dog 0202. Oh, that's right. I remember this. Our probe has detected a distress signal near the asteroid Dog 0202. We have reached the asteroid Dog 0202. The mining ship Sheptal was adrift nearby. It appears to have been pierced by a fast-moving object, killing its operator instantly. External markings indicate the Sheptal was a mining craft of the Protagoras. Extract navigational data from the Sheptal. Let's do it. Alright, our science ships are busy. You guys should go ahead and gather all of the iron right now. Because there's nothing else to gather, so you might as well go get it. And now here's the big move that we're gonna go ahead and make. We're gonna go ahead and dismantle this EVA airlock once this guy is up and running. How are we? 19 required per sector, so that's actually fine. There's a lot of electronics in this district, which is kind of interesting. We want to clear out this stuff as much as we can. Alright, we're almost down to a quarter of our hull integrity, so we'd like this guy to get built quickly. You can build these roads later, you goon. Go ahead and build this building. We also probably want to set up transfer of alloy. So we would like to be transferring alloy to Sector 6. And I think we would like to maintain a stockpile, I don't know, 40? Oops. There we go. My numlock wasn't on. So it was just moving my cursor around. We do need to build a house for these people, though. They're unhappy because they don't have any house. Stability in Sector 1 is low. Why is it low? Is it because the hull integrity is bad? We'll work on it. Don't you guys worry. Current stability rating is -1. Is that just because we... Hold on. Death from Earth, unopened cryonic pods, more unopened cryonic pods than crew in the sector. You know what we could do to fix that? Is move... Move some of the people into this sector. Alright, we're gonna have to fire this guy up. Oops. Turn it on. Now we're at +4. So at least we won't, you know, explode. We still have a decent amount of iron.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Now what? That's not gonna happen. We will not be opening 100 cryonic pods in Sector 1 in 24 cycles. We are not ready for that, you crazy people. Almost done. Fantastic. So we can shut you... Oh, wait, what? Pledge to restore the hull to 50 within 15 cycles. We can't do that either. We just don't have the capacity to do so. because we're gaining 4 per cycle. Like, we need to get the space district up and running. Hey, good job. Holy crap, that's a lot of iron. Thank you. Determine. After clearing away the scattered remains of the Sheptol's operator, the Seagull's crew was able to retrieve the navigation data from the ship's onboard computer. Let's determine the cause of the Sheptol's destruction. There's plenty of iron to be mined over here as well. We don't want things to get too out of hand over here. So what I'm really thinking is we build this guy up and then just immediately move 100 of the cryonic pods out of 110 of the cryonic pods out of this district, so people are less cranky. Because how many people live in one sector 1 is 355. So we just need to move 110 out of here, because then we're at 330. No, we actually have to move way more. We're at 440 plus 76. So we'll move 110 and then we'll see what happens. All right, you guys. Move bodies, chronic pods. A minimum maintained in District 6 of 110. And you can export to everybody. So this, 110. There we go.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Fantastic. And this guy's gonna build our house. Science ship team has completed a task. Fantastic. Again, more science. Huzzah! Sheltered by the installed infrastructure, the Foucault's team carefully studied the anomaly. Several theories on geysers and precipitation phenomena has been established, providing valuable mission data. Resume the listening protocol. We can go ahead and leave the planet. We'll let the ship collect the science, and I think we'll call that an episode. So we're gonna keep working on our space district to really try and combat this this hull integrity deficit that we have going on, and then we'll get our next district established and start swapping some of these buildings over to this district. So for now, if you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of IXION or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, everybody.